Started out day 2 with some more insulation work. I'll show you that when we get back up in the bus. Now we're getting ready to start on the wall for this side of the bus in the bedroom. So I went ahead and ripped down some 2x4s. That's all we're doing to make the boards we're using for the wall. We don't need a lot of thickness to them or any real strength to them. It's just holding up a little bit of insulation and the ply that we're using on the wall, which is this stuff. But now that we got those ripped down, we're gonna go in there and start getting the second wall built out in this thing. So this entire layer of blue insulation is what I was talking about when we said started coming through this morning, adding more. So that's a pretty sizable doubled up layer of insulation now over most of the ceiling. Unfortunately, we can't do the center because the ribs get thinner here. So we'll just have to spray foam to finish the contour up there. But we've got it now. So started on this wall, got our 2 boards up for it. We're getting pieces cut now to go vertically down the row. And then I gotta figure out how we're gonna do the lower ones and what we're doing for the bottom. Because this has that piece of stainless down it, where this side did not have that. I mean, the reason we put that stuff down there is just to hold the wall at the bottom. So worst case, I'll just end up putting stuff straight to the plywood subfloor. Got this half wall framed up against the wall and double insulated. What we're probably gonna end up having to do is just run a strip across the floor to tie the bottom of the wall into, because the way that stainless is there, but that's not a huge deal. We're gonna take a break for a little bit though. We're gonna run back into town to Lowe's. I gotta get some more plywood so I can finish the subfloor up there, and so I can build out the bed for it. But for right now, we're gonna have to go get that. I need to go get some more electrical stuff so I can do my outlets and stuff through this wall, and a few things like that. Another trip to Lowe's. Last time we were there, we bought out all of this insulation they had. Turns out they had a whole nother pallet outside, so I went and picked up some more of that. So this is what we're using for our flooring and parts of our ceiling, walls, stuff like that. Picked up more plywood. This should be enough to finish the subfloor and to do the build out of the rear shelf in my bed. And then picked up a bunch of sheet metal. This is what I'm using for the ceiling. I actually like the look of this stuff. And the fact that it is a little bit reflective should help with the lighting in there. I think it's going to look pretty good once we're done and get the walls painted. We also picked up some more miscellaneous stuff for inside of it, but this should be enough material to keep us going for a while again with what we already had, plus this. Spray foam insulation's been put in. We covered the entire center of the ceiling, anywhere there's gaps. This is my first time using a 2-part system like that, so I may have used a little bit much in a few spots, but it's just extra insulation. It'll be fine. We'll get it trimmed back where we need to, but I think most of that's going to be okay. But we went through, hit all the gaps anywhere that there's a metal rib, so there's no direct metal on metal to try to cool off. All of this stuff is the foil tape for HVAC, just to stop wind or any gusts from being able to get through the center, so that should be a pretty solid seal. And then we just started putting up the ceiling. So that is our first panel, and I'm going to be doing corrugated all the way around. I like the look of it, and I think it's also going to help reflect a little bit of light, so less light goes a lot further inside of here. I think it's going to be pretty good when it's done. There we go. We've got 2 pieces up on the ceiling. Unfortunately, a couple of them got a little dented back here, but the bus roof starts to curve in and down, and this stuff only really likes to curve one way, so unfortunately that's how that is. Eventually, if I get bored, I'll try to take it down and make it look a little nicer, but we're going to do the same thing on this side. So that's 2 sheets. We're going to do 2 sheets on this side, and then the center is going to be left open for right now, because I'm going to finish the center out with a board, and that's where my lighting is going to go and stuff like that. That's going to break it up a little bit, because I don't think that we're going to get lucky enough if I go 2 up on the other side that we're going to perfectly line up with the next sheet. So but I'm pretty happy. I think that's going to reflect a lot of nice light in here and make the bedroom look nice and bright. Well, we're going to call it a little early day today. It's dark outside, and I really don't want to get lights set up. We got quite a bit done today. Unfortunately, that trip to Lowe's burned up, what do you think, 2 hours of our day?
And it's your mama's birthday.
Yeah, so we're definitely not going to work all night on that. I'm going to go pick up dinner. So we got this half wall in. I've got my electrical roughed in on that wall. So that's going to be just into my hallway. There'll be an outlet, so if I want to have a fan or something to help circulate air from when we put the mini split up front, that's there. Electrical is all roughed in back here. We've spray foamed the entire bus today. This piece of wire is going to be up to my rear shelf, so I'll have my charging pad and stuff up there. And then we got the ceiling up. Now, unfortunately, a couple crinkles in the back here that I'm not all that thrilled about, but I don't know how well this wide angle lens is going to show it. The gap is wider up there than it is back here. This kind of opens up as it goes down because of the way the back of the bus curves in. So, unfortunately, that's just something we're going to have to deal with. Tomorrow, we'll start sheeting the walls, building out the bed frame and the shelf back here where I'm sitting on the rear engine access. And just keep moving along, but I'm pretty happy. I mean, we've got 2 good work days in so far, and the bedroom is a couple hours away from being completely roughed in and ready to start, thinking about paint and flooring and stuff. Now, the center up here, like I said, we're going to put a piece of wood over that, and I'm going to run my LED strip lighting up there, but just having this LED light on the floor right now, seeing how much light's kicking back off of this stuff, it's quite a bit brighter in here, and I'm liking that. I'm thinking that this is going to help a little bit of light go a lot further just by the way that reflects. Still got to figure out what I'm going to do to dress up around the windows. There's some trim up there that looks nice, but I don't have it all the way through. I haven't fully decided yet. For right now, we're probably just going to clean it up and paint it. Maybe do something like the wood they've got over here. I really don't know yet. That's not something we're going to mess with right now. That'll be something for a little bit later, but progress is being made, so I'm happy. I've got the wire running right there. My lighting's going to be 12 volts, so that's going to be my power. It's just going to ground out to one of the screws for the ceiling. But yeah, I'm happy. That's a lot of progress in 2 days. It's been a long 2 days. I know I'm sore. Dad's probably sore as hell. But it's coming along.